Hey, what's going on, Cowboys Nation? Just some things I wanted to touch on. Heading into training camp. First notion that people just seem to forget when it comes to Cowboys Nation and left tackle Tyron Smith. They believe he's just like injury prone and he's on his last leg because he missed this amount of games and so and so. I don't know if y'all fail to remember or fail to realize that a lot of those games that he missed prior to last year was just rest, load management. The same thing they do in the NBA right now with LeBron and Kawhi Leonard, which is the face of the load management wave. It's just something that something that bothers me because I think a lot of us forget that he actually missed those games based off of just him needing a break. Like a lot of those games, if you remember the time, we had maybe clinched a playoff spot, or we didn't necessarily need him for that game. And it was even reported that if those games were like games that we needed to win or playoff games, Tyron Smith would have played. He would have played through the injury. I'm not saying he never was hurt or anything like that, but it was never nothing serious that really jeopardized his future until last year. And I think everyone pretty much got a pass based off of last year. You know what I mean? He did suit up a few games, but he also had the surgery for the first time. So I think going forward, that's something that you can hang your hat on, that it may not get better, but it may stay the same. And I'm not someone that's against Tyron Smith on a roster, even if he does miss 2 games. That's like an employee, an excellent employee. He might come to work out of the whole month, he might miss 2 days, but the company still keeps him because they know he's a good worker. Same thing with Tyron Smith. He's as far as like contract wise, it makes no sense to get rid of him based off of the level of play that he does produce, even if it's 14, 13 games a season. That's just my opinion, man. Now, as far as the shakeup with the Antoine Woods being released and also a lot of the other players that we drafted, it's going to get real like iffy as far as love for these players and what makes sense going forward. I believe if there's any chance that they can get rid of a player that's on a contract for one of these younger guys that can basically produce the same way that the vet produced, they're going to get rid of him. It makes no for them if they can produce the same numbers production. Why pay someone else to do it when you can get it from a rookie on a rookie deal? So I think a lot of the vets are going to be iffy. As far as like within the next 2 years, you're going to see a lot of switchover, and it's based off of Dan Quinn actually having the keys to the defense. That was a Dan Quinn draft. Even it was funny because if you've seen the interview, he was saying no, that was a Cowboys draft, but you can tell the tendency actually switched up. We knew we need defense, but it's the players and the size and the speed and it's what they can bring on the field that makes it known that this wasn't a Cowboys draft. Dan Quinn had his hands all over this draft, and it's something that we needed. Can't knock him for that. If he can transform these players and get Pro Bowl production out of the players he's bringing in via draft, then keep doing it every year. Let him, talk with Will McClay. Let them go over the prospects and see what fits. But I love what we did in the draft. We got size, speed. We got dogs. We got people that like to tackle. That's going to put their body on the line to bring down a ball carrier. Something that we didn't really see, man, going forward. Like we had a lot of corners that would get a little scared when it came to the run game or just tackling, period. I remember it was the Brandon Marshall play when he played for the Broncos, and he legit ran through our whole secondary. I don't see that happening with this team, with these run defenders, with these cornerbacks. I don't see that happening. And then another thing I want to touch on, as far as the linebackers and the zone we were playing, we used to play cover 2 with Marinelli and everything. the zone, man, used to get tore up. If you guys just remember the linebackers, it doesn't matter. It was like Sean Lee was out there, Rolando McClain, Bruce Carter, like players that, you know, I mean, it wasn't just the players that we have now, but they were good. Well, who I thought would be like good linebackers. They used to get tore up in pass coverage because of the zone, and I think with what they're doing now with the new generational linebacker, we have two of them, and I believe it's something like the Kyle Pitts train when people were saying he's a generational tight end. These linebackers we just brought in, man, they're generational as far as the old style of linebackers. This is like a hybrid type of linebacker now that's not based on necessarily how big you are, how much you weigh. It's about quick, how fast can you move, you know what I mean, can you diagnose? Because now when you look at the linebackers had to switch up because the offense switches up. It's a lot of misdirection, it's a lot of bubble screens, like throwing the ball quick. It's a lot of plays like that where now you need your linebackers to be able to retaliate and be quick enough to dissect those plays. And that's I think that's the reason why there's a push for the new linebacker in the NFL. And I think we have two of them. So that's another star I want to give to our team, because we analyzed the problem and we fixed it. Now, as far as the DBs, I was watching Vach and Jeff Kavanaugh, their little show, Scoutcast, and he brought up Jordan Lewis at safety, and this is something I touched on in the earlier video. I think he can definitely play safety. He has the traits for it. He has the ball instinct. Let him play free safety, and you can have Devontae Wilson that's strong, or if you want to flip Wilson to free and then let Canu or some of these other guys step in and play the box, that's fine. But I think having Jordan Lewis back at free safety and having Wilson beside him, I think that's the best matchup as far as right now. We don't really know what these new players can do in this system. We haven't really seen them yet, but I think going forward, just give some time to Jordan Lewis at free safety. Let him show the world what he can do. You know what I mean, as far as deep coverage and ball instincts. But as far as that, I can't wait for camp. I think I like the competition factor. I like that there's a lot of players now that they have players right behind them that are ready to come in and play, because we seen a lot of people just become comfortable. You know what I mean? There's no pressure. Like, a lot of people know, like, oh, once you get a contract, you're not going to get benched. And it's something that I see players getting benched or having their role decreased this season. Because I think, man, with the draft and with the way the roster was created last year and even this year going forward, I think what we're doing is we're extending our window, because our window closed and it opened up just as fast. You know what I mean? Even with, like, once you've seen Dak come in and become a starter, the window got slightly increased, slightly more open, and then somehow during that 4-year span, our window closed, and I'm not sure why it did or how, but I think with the projected starters, and then just having Dan Quinn come in, and then the roster that we created via draft, and some of the players we bought in to help establish our defense, because we're building it and we're establishing it at the same time. So I think with that process, that pushed our window a little more farther out. So now we really have a legit Super Bowl winning team within the next 5 to 10 years. Like, if you look at the ages on paper, man, like, I'm damn near older than every player on our team. You know what I mean? And I love that. It's like we have a new college atmosphere with these young guys, and all we need is the right leaders, the right coaches, the right system to bring out the talent and go ahead and get number 6, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all, you know what to do, man. Y'all have a good one. God bless.